PLCs connect to a wide variety of devices, some of which use variable voltage and current values. Internally, however, PLCs use signals that are either off or on. These off and on signals correspond to binary values 0 and 1. A binary 0, also called logic 0, can be used to indicate that an input or output is off, and a binary 1, also called a logic 1, can be used to indicate that an input or output is on. Consecutive binary bits are also grouped in lengths ranging from a byte to a double word to represent various types of information. For example, a group of consecutive bits, sometimes called a bit string, may represent a numerical value in various number systems such as binary, octal, decimal, and hexadecimal. Because a bit string can represent many things, it must be assigned a data type so that a PLC can properly interpret the information. The decimal number system is sometimes called base 10, and every position in a decimal number represents a power of 10. The available numbers, digits, for each position range from 0 to 9, and the numerical value of a position is determined by multiplying the position digit by the power of 10 for that position. The total numerical value for a decimal number is found by adding the numerical values for all positions. While binary, octal, and hexadecimal numbers may at first seem confusing, they follow the same concepts as decimal numbers, except that the number base and available characters are different. The binary number system has a base of 2 and uses only 2 characters, 1 and 0. Each position is called a bit and is associated with a power of 2 based on where it is in the number. The further to the left a bit is in a binary number, the higher the power of 2. The number on the far left-hand side is referred to as the most significant bit, or MSB, and the number on the far right-hand side is referred to as the least significant bit, or LSB. A 1 is placed in a position if that power of 2 is used in the number, otherwise a 0 is placed in a position. The number of bits used to represent numbers varies, but in the example shown, an 8-bit binary number, also called a byte, is used. When a PLC does a calculation, it does not convert a binary number to decimal to make the calculation. However, it is useful to understand how to convert a binary number to decimal. Fortunately, the process of converting a binary number to an equal decimal value is as simple as adding the equivalent decimal value for each position in a binary number where a 1 is shown. Positions with a 0 do not add to the number value. The process of converting a decimal number to a binary number is easy to do by repeatedly dividing the decimal number by 2 and placing the remainder in the appropriate position in the binary number. For the example shown, the first remainder, 0, is placed in the 1's column. The next remainder, 1, is placed in the 2's column. The process continues as shown with the last remainder of 1 placed in the 1/28th column. This shows that 11001110 in binary is equal to 206 in decimal. Octal is another number system used with PLCs. The octal number system has a base of 8 and uses characters 0 through 7. Each position is associated with a power of 8 based on where it is in the number. The further to the left a position is, the higher the power of 8. The process of converting an octal number to an equal decimal value is as simple as adding the equivalent decimal value for each position in the octal number. Although you will not frequently have to convert decimal to octal to use a PLC, it is easy to do this conversion by repeatedly dividing the decimal number by 8 and placing the remainder in the appropriate position in the octal number. For the example shown, the first remainder, 1, is placed in the 1's column. The next remainder, 3, is placed in the 8's column. 8 does not divide into 4, so that leaves a remainder of 4 in the 64's column. This shows that 281 in decimal is equal to 431 in octal. The real value of octal comes from its relationship with binary. While a PLC can easily use binary numbers, sometimes it is convenient for humans to see equivalent binary values in octal because octal numbers require fewer place values to represent a number. If you know the equivalent binary number for each of the octal characters, 0 through 7, you can easily convert an octal number of any length to the equivalent binary number. The hexadecimal number system has a base of 16. This means that 16 values must be represented for each position in a hexadecimal number. This is done by using the numbers 0 through 9 to represent the first 10 values and the letters A through F to represent the remaining 6 values. Each position in a hexadecimal number is associated with a power of 16 based on where it is in the number. The further to the left the position is, the higher the power of 16. The process of converting a hexadecimal number to an equal decimal value is as simple as adding the equivalent decimal value for each position in the hexadecimal number. Although you will not frequently have to convert decimal to hexadecimal to use a PLC, it is easy to do this conversion by repeatedly dividing the decimal number by 16 and placing the remainder in the appropriate position in the hexadecimal number. For the example shown, the first remainder of 15, represented by F in hexadecimal, is placed in the ones column. The next remainder of 3 is placed in the 16s column. 16 does not divide into 13, so you are left with a remainder of 13 represented by D in hexadecimal in the 256s column. This shows that D through F in hexadecimal is equal to 3,391 in decimal. The real value of hexadecimal comes from its relationship with binary. While a PLC can easily use binary numbers, sometimes it is convenient for humans to see equivalent binary values in hexadecimal because hexadecimal numbers require fewer place values to represent a number. If you know the equivalent binary number for each of the hexadecimal characters 0 through F, you can easily convert a hexadecimal number of any length to the equivalent binary number. PLCs use a variety of input and output device codes. Binary coded decimal, BCD, is the most common of these codes. BCD is not a number system, but is used by some input and display devices because it allows people to input or see values in decimal. Internal to the PLC, BCD values must be converted to binary numbers that the PLC can use. An example of a BCD device is a type of 4-digit thumbwheel switch. Each thumbwheel digit controls 4 PLC inputs, so a 4-digit thumbwheel uses 16 digital inputs. Each thumbwheel digit represents decimal values 0 through 9. An integer is a whole number. There are a variety of ways to show an integer, and the integer types available vary with the PLC model. As the accompanying graphic shows, there are 8 integer types available for SIMATIC S7-1500 PLCs, 4 unsigned integer types, and 4 signed integer types. Both unsigned and signed integers are available to meet the requirements of various types of instructions in a PLC program. Integer types of varying length are available so that only the amount of memory needed is used. In other words, why use 64 bits to store a number when only 8 or 16 bits are required? When a signed integer is stored, bit patterns beginning with 0 are used to store 0 and all the positive values, and bit patterns beginning with 1 are used to store all the negative values. Negative values are stored in 2's complement form, which means that the pattern of bits for a negative binary number is determined by inverting all the bits in the equivalent positive binary value and then adding 1. 2's complement is used to store negative values in PLCs because it simplifies math processes. The accompanying graphic shows the range of binary numbers and their equivalent decimal values that can be stored as a signed short integer. PLCs work with real numbers, also called floating point numbers, which are expressed in scientific notation. To convert a number to scientific notation, move the decimal point to the left or right to create a mantissa that is greater than or equal to 1 but less than 10. Then multiply the mantissa by a power of 10 to compensate for the decimal point movement. Real numbers are often displayed as a mantissa followed by E and then an exponent. In the 32-bit format, the first bit represents the sign associated with the mantissa. A 1 represents a negative sign. The next 8 bits represent the exponent, which can be negative or positive. The remaining 23 bits represent the mantissa. There is a similar 64-bit format. Siemens SIMATIC PLCs can use 32-bit real numbers. Siemens SIMATIC S7-1200 and S7-1500 PLCs can also use 64-bit long real numbers. Binary bits can be used independently or as a group. When used as a group, they are used to represent numerical values as well as other types of data. In order to know how a bit string will be interpreted by a PLC, you must know the data type, which is the PLC's description of the data. PLC data types of various lengths are specified for binary numbers, integers, floating point numbers, date and time, characters, parameters, system data, and other types of data. Because the number of data types has increased over time, not all data types are available for all SIMATIC PLCs. The accompanying graphic shows the binary number, integer, and real number data types available for some of these PLCs. This chapter has covered the following topics: PLC programming concepts, and numbers, codes, and data types. The concepts and terminology discussed in this chapter will be useful to you in the remaining chapters of this course.